Hi, my name is Remy Al-Farsi. I am a project officer at an interfaith charity here in London, and that involves working at domestic level with grassroots and with government and other bodies. That is my day-to-day job. I have an interest in international relations, which I picked up from a young age, and then I carried on to university where I studied politics and international relations. I heard about this event through Facebook, good advertising there. I've known about this for a couple of years, but never managed to get around to attending. So I'm glad to finally be able to attend and pick up the skills and knowledge to progress in my career. I'm very curious about actually getting into international relations, so the skills that you need, where you should apply, how you should apply. These very practical skills are what I'm actually looking for when I'm listening to the guests. So I'm very interested in learning the practical skills of actually getting into international relations programs, whether in NGOs or governments, and learning what they are actually looking for in terms of skills, in terms of the character, and in terms of experience. So far, I've really enjoyed it. So it's been very insightful, and I've been lucky enough to listen to some amazing guests who've actually given a really good insight. And in that respect, it has met my expectations in terms of what I can take away to develop my own career and enter the international relations sector. Initially, I'll just give you some. When I first started looking into getting into international relations after graduating, I had no idea of where to apply, how to apply, who to apply to. So, in hindsight, I wish that I'd come to this earlier on in my career, so I could kind of strategize where I'm going, where to look for opportunities. Today, what I've learned is that a strategy is very important to going into international relations, and getting that insight from people who are already working within the sector is very valuable, because you get to learn about what they do day to day and what skills are kind of required and they apply every day. Also, essentially what I'm taking away is that I can take confidence that I can actually develop, and there is a path for me. I think this event really is for everyone, from regardless of their age and regardless of their background. I think the only kind of common thread that people have or should have is that they are interested in getting into international affairs and international relations. So luckily, today I've seen people of different ages, I've spoken to people from different backgrounds, some that you won't traditionally associate with international relations, but they all have an interest in getting involved in international relations in some capacity. So essentially I think the only kind of a theme that you really that runs across is an interest in international relations, and not necessarily getting into it in a job perspective, but also having an impact, because you don't always have to have a job inside to create an impact or help others or learn about it. There's people here that also just want to be educated on what it actually means to put a face to the influencers and the political decision makers that are here. It helps to put a human face into what sometimes can be seen very abstract and very far away, which is the international system, which when you think of it is always national bodies, NGOs are acronyms that some people don't know. But with this opportunity, you can put faces to this kind of sector. You can learn a little bit more and gain confidence that you too can have an impact, whether it's inside, whether you just want to educate yourself, or you just want to change your career and progress within it. So I would encourage everyone. So I wasn't really aware of, So for me, what I took away kind of is that I can apply to other agencies, not necessarily just the big main ones or the government ones. For example, learning about the World Bank, for me, it always seemed very far away and abstract and basically just for economists or people from a certain discipline or background. Listening to the lectures that have been going on, it has actually instilled in me a confidence that I can apply to these organizations who tend to have just or seem to have just one profession. For example, I learned today from a lecturer. She spoke about how she brought her skills, which are communication and networking and organizing, and taken them into an organization such as the World Bank, and it just shows that there are roles that are necessary, that organizations need, beyond just being an economist in the case of the World Bank, but that you can also apply to other organizations. For now, for example, for me, I'm confident, or I've gained more confidence in applying to other NGOs with the skills that I have, knowing full well that I don't have to be an economist, an analyst, a data handler, or an expert in a certain background, for example, a nation or an area. I can actually go in with the skills I already have, which are very transferable, and put it into an organization. So for me, that's the confidence I gained from it. That's a very good question. When people are in international relations, they always tend to have an idea of impacting people, or at least providing a service or something to improve people's lives, and that's no different to me. So for me, I'm really looking to impact really social cohesion from an interfaith perspective, but also from the perspective of economically, how can we push people up to climb the social ladder and remove those barriers that really inhibit certain populations and certain people from different backgrounds from moving up and improving not only themselves but their immediate families and also their communities. So essentially what impact I would like to have is kind of spreading not necessarily just the wealth, but the skills and the opportunities for people across the world, regardless of their economic background, regardless of their situation and their demographic or their location. For me, an ideal world is one where people from all different types of backgrounds are able to get involved in very important decision-making processes and have their input to represent others.